World Cup season is finally over, so now we can move on to full-time club football content. And first of all, I want to start this video with an apology. My mic yesterday it was distorting a lot because the wiring and everything, so I apologize for that. Today I'm using an actual mic, so it should be better for you guys. But let's get into today's video. So what I want to do today, yesterday I did a keep, sell or loan for City players. I'm going to be doing subsequent videos for other clubs, but today I'm going to be ranking the top 10 most expensive transfers of the summer, and I'm going to be using the same tier list I used yesterday, but this time different categories. It's going to be great, good, all right, mid, and why. Now, let me explain it to you guys. So I'm going to be doing it based on the player's age, the price, and whether it's a good move for the buying club. I'm not doing it for the selling club. I'm doing it for buying clubs. But without waffling too much, let's get straight into it. So 10th on the list is Johan Manzambi. Manzambi was one of the best players among the young stars in the World Cup. He was a breakout star. And funny enough, this guy was playing as a 10 for his country, but he's actually a deep line playmaker, or rather a defensive midfielder, whatever you want to call it. So I feel this move was mainly because Aston Villa had lost Yuri Tillemans to Manchester United, and the fact that Onana is on a long-term injury. You can see here that he says that he's an attacking midfielder. I said he's a deep line playmaker, which I feel is what he actually plays, because at his old club, that's where he plays most of the time. For his country, he plays attacking midfielder. So one of the reasons they bought him is definitely because he's a versatile player. You don't spend 50 million on just anybody, even though 50 million is like peanuts these days. But regardless of that, oh sorry, his value is 50 million. How much is this spent on him? Let me see. They spent 60 million. That's even more. So obviously they feel like he's a good asset, and he has shown that he can actually play ball from the World Cup. So the first ranking of this video, where am I going to be putting Manzambi? Where is this same here? So I think the fact that he's replacing Telemans, he's a young player, he's just 20 years old, 50 million in today's market, that's arguably a steal. I think he had like 3 or 4 goals in the World Cup, so he has goals in him. So where am I going to put this guy? I think I'm going to go with good signing. Yeah, he's a good signing, because this guy can be there for, let's say, 3 years, 4 years, and the way Premier League clubs are moving these days, this guy can easily go for like 100 million when it's time to sell him. So definitely he's going to be there. Van Hecke, this guy has been a mainstay in Brighton's back line, and he has been one of their better players for his time in the Premier League. Going to Spurs, for him, I don't know why he went to Spurs. I feel like he could have done better than going to a team that they've been battling relegation back-to-back seasons. But for Spurs, from the Spurs perspective, it's definitely a good move. Yeah, let's not waste too much time. Let me just put him up there in good, because he's a good age, 26, he's going into his prime years, 45 million. Like I said, the market is screwed. So anything that is less than 70 million, you should better take it. I don't know why I keep messing this thing up. Sorry. He's worth 45 million. He will go for 60, but same thing. It's a cheap deal for them. So definitely Van Hecke is going to be a good signing for them. I see him helping their backline, because Romero and what's this guy's name, Van de Ven, the speedster. Those guys is either they are getting sent off, they are not playing well, or they are getting injured. And those are actually their 2 best centre backs. The options under them, they are not good at all. So definitely this guy is going to be a good addition to their squad. Then Jeremy Jacquet, I'm not going to pretend like I know anything about this guy. I'm just going to put him in all right. He was actually contracted to Liverpool since last season, but he spent the rest of the season on loan. But I think it's just now they're paying the full package. I'm not really sure about it. But he's going to Liverpool. Van Dijk is aging. Konate is gone. Gomez is injured again. I think he played 10 minutes in their preseason friendly. He got injured. So in terms of his player profile, like I said, I've not really watched the guy, so I can't really say whether he himself is a good player. But in terms of addition to the squad, if I know that I'm thinking about it, let me move him up. He's a good signing, because if they didn't get this guy, only God knows what would have happened if they had another injury crisis. Because we saw for large portions of last season, Frimpong is not very good at right back. So Boss has to cover there, and obviously he's not a right back, he's a midfielder like we all know. And Jackie, I guess he's right footed. So if he is right footed, he'll be able to play right back there. So definitely for defensive cover, that's good. Age profile, he's only 20. That's definitely a good deal. 63 million for a young centre back, decent amount. So nothing too crazy. It's definitely not a bad deal. Now, Crescencio Summerville. I don't understand what's going on with English teams this season, because how do you get relegated and you're still demanding 74 million for a player? Sorry, 64.5 million for a player. These guys went down and they still made back. I'm very sure they didn't buy this guy for 64 million from Leeds, and his market value is only 45 million. So definitely on all fronts, this is a profit for West Ham. It's just crazy the way the English clubs are moving. And I hope these clubs find a way to rectify the market because if you continue like this, 100 million is going to become like 100 million. The way we're looking at it now, players might start going for like 150, and we'll have to get used to it. But at this point, I don't even see the reason for us to even be complaining about it because that's just the way it is. We just have to take it on the chin and keep moving. But somehow, for me, nah, from his own perspective, this is definitely a why. From the buying club, I actually don't think our Hilal needed him like that. Because if you want to say he's replacing Neymar was basically not even playing for them, so you can't really say who exactly he's replacing. Maybe people that watch more of Saudi Project, they can let us know in the comments, but I don't understand this transfer in any way. I know I said I was going to do it mainly from the club that is buying perspective, but now looking at this guy, you're 24, you're going to Saudi, like it's only guys like João Felix that do that. But let's move on to the next player, Gonçalo Ramos. For AC Milan, this is a smelling signing. This is a smelling signing. I'm just going to put this straight in why. I think he's their record signing. This guy, fine and good, he can get to 10 goals. I rate him, but I don't rate him highly. This guy is not a world class player by any metric. He can get you goals, fine and good, but he's not consistent. There's a reason he was a bit part player for PSG. Yes, you can say they had Dembele, but you can always get more game time than this guy got. And for 74 million, that's just crazy. I feel like PSG, they are very good at selling scrubs. They did the same thing with Colomani. They are about to sell Bakola for 170 million. I rate Bakola, but the amount of chances that guy misses, they are selling that guy for 170 million. Now PSG transfers, those guys they always get it right. Then the next player, Anthony Gordon. This one is very interesting for me because they could have signed Rashford for I think was it 30 million, and they signed this guy for 80. And initially, I was thinking, why are they doing that? Because obviously, Rashford in my head is better than Gordon, or at least they're on the same level. And then they went and spent 50 more on him. But they said that it's because of his wage structure, this one, that one, that they are not paying the 80 million upfront. I think it's within, is it 4 years or 5 years, or the duration of it, or something long like that. I don't really have time to explain it. Or actually, I don't even understand it to the fullest. But in terms of how he's going to fit into their system, first of all, he's 25. That's a good age for any player at all, not just a winger. They got him for 80 million. His market value is 65. You just have to take that one on the chin. But in terms of him being an attacker, everybody knows how the Flick is the attacker whisperer. So this guy is definitely going to be getting like good numbers in their system. And now, where are we going next? Who's the next player? Mateus Fernandes. I'm going to put this in good. For Mateus Fernandes, I think this is an all-right transfer because back-to-back relegations doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad player, but at the same time, I don't think this guy is as good as people think he is. And for 99 million, I feel like Spurs they genuinely got scammed. 99 million from a club that got relegated and you paid. Nah, that's crazy. That is just crazy. He might be 21, they might have him for a long time, but Spurs are not that kind of big club that you say, okay, this guy is here to stay. If a better move comes for this guy, like any sensible team that approaches this guy in the next few years is leaving that club, especially if they continue like this. I believe this we can make them like not finish 17th. We saw it at the end of last season, it was making them show like they are actually a big club. They were showing signs of coming back to their senses, but nah, in the long term, I don't see how this transfer makes any sense. Like it's all right, it's not bad, but I can't put it anything higher than all right. Sandro Tonali, his midfield partner, is definitely better than him, but I think this one is going to be in good because more experience, he has more skin in the game. 108 million is crazy. In fact, just in this 108 million makes me want to take this guy down because I don't understand. Nah, nah, nah. I don't think I can get used to this thing. The amount of money that Premier League clubs are spending, it makes zero sense to me, guys. Because how do you sign Tonali for 108? Because you guys should look at it like this. This guy can just decide today that okay, I want to bet on a team. Boom. That's why he's not playing for the rest of the season. Like it's that easy. It is that easy. And then you're spending 108 now. It's too risky for me. Way too risky. And before I end the video, I think at the end I should be able to rearrange them because it looks like I'm not going to put anybody in mid if I'm being honest. So you guys should just have that one at the back of your mind. And then Elliot Anderson, this one. You guys can call me biased. I honestly don't care. It's my video. I make the rules. Oh my god, this thing doesn't want to allow me to do it. So Elliot Anderson is a great signing because Rodri might be leaving. This guy is 23. He's an England international. He's a starter for England. Last season, we all saw the numbers, we all saw the eye test. This guy is a terrific player. This guy is exactly what we need. The way people don't rate Reinders is because he's not good at duels, he's not physical enough. This guy does that and he's still good on the ball. Progressive passes, he has it. Progressive carries, he has it. He can dribble, he can break lines. There's nothing more that you can't get from this guy. Maybe the goals and assists are not there, but he's still only 23. And it's not as if he's an attacking midfielder, he's an 8. And sometimes he can even play as a 6. So the guy can even cover two roles. So that's why for me, this is a great signing. The fact that this one is the only great signing so far, you guys should not come for me, I beg. It's my videos by rules. And then Morgan Rogers. This one is actually a good signing. I clowned this guy when he first happened, but at the same time, well, it was because of the price tag. It was 170 million in euros, I think. Sorry, in pounds. But in euros, it's 130, which makes it even crazy. I think this is like probably top five most expensive transfers in football history. But 138 for Rogers is crazy to me, sha, because fine and good. This guy, he has no business with XG. Like, if you follow that Twitter account, what's the name? Is the XG philosophy? You know that this guy, when it comes to XG, he does not care. Anywhere he's slapping it top bins, and he's a good player, no doubt about it. But 138 M's, I feel like that's like at least 70 million too high. I'll be so real. This guy is nothing close to that. He even said it himself. And I'm not even trying to downplay how good he is as a player, but nah, that's too much. But for the system that you have, obviously they need two tens. Palmer can play on the right, like in the right half space as the right 10. He can play as the left 10. I don't know how the rest of their transfer are going to be. Chelsea, they're currently linked to Welbeck and Henderson. I don't know for them, but we'll just see how their season goes. But anyway, I actually don't think I need to change much in this thing because mid. Is there anybody that can put in mid? Okay, let me put some of it in mid so that everything has something there. So yeah, Anderson great. Manzambi, Van Hecke, Jacquet, Gordon, and Morgan Rogers, they are in good. All right signings, Mateus Fernandes and Tonali, both of them for Spurs. Mid, I put Summerville there, and then Y is Gonçalo Ramos. I feel like this is a good enough tier list. If you guys have any alterations that you want to do, let me know that in the comments. And that is going to be it for this video. Safe, and I'll see you guys later. Safe.